Many people say trading is dangerous, but I would argue not knowing how to trade is even more dangerous. In this day and age, your job is a major risk, and relying on that is playing with fire. In this video, I'll be sharing why trading is such an important skill to learn and how trading can help build financial stability through multiple sources of income. Traders. I grew up in an era where going to university and getting a full-time job was the end goal. That was the holy grail. And back then in my parents' generation, that is true. I would argue even when I graduated, that was still okay. That was the tail end of that whole job security environment, because within a few years, I realized there's no such thing as job security. As you guys know, recently, tech companies have laid off tens of thousands of people all across the board. Job security no longer exists. Therefore, it is very important for us to learn trading, because personally, it has saved me a lot of stress and it brought a lot of financial stability to my business, to my life. So I have a software business that is not making any more money than 10 years ago. If we account for inflation, I'm actually losing money. I also have real estate, a decent portfolio. It's not doing that bad, but we are in a downturn in real estate in Canada. So that is taking a hit, and I really have to thank my options trading for making my finances more smooth and stable. I'm very glad that I learned how to trade, and I hope this video can inspire you guys to take options trading or futures trading or any kind of trading more serious and really take your time and learn it professionally, learn it properly. The thing that makes trading one of the best ways to increase your streams of income is because there are so many ways to trade the markets. When we say trading, you might think of it as just one extra source of income. However, what if I tell you each time frame that you trade is a different skill? It's a different kind of income. What I mean by that is you can be trading, for example, 0 DTEs, and that is considered day trading. That's one source of income. Now, you will also have weekly positions. For example, maybe some short calls that you sell weekly. That can be considered a weekly income. Some of your positions would be monthly, for example. That can be your monthly income. A lot of my trades are 45 to 60 days. I also have positions at 90 to 120 days. So those are maybe a quarterly income. Each of those positions are not directly correlated to each other, thanks to the different time expirations. So you might lose in day trading, but your weekly and monthly trades can be winning. So that alone right there is 3 different streams of income. Although they're related because they're trading, they're not exactly the same. Now, to add to that, trading different asset classes such as gold, bonds, oil. These asset classes have very low correlation. I explained that in another video of mine on why we need to do that. But to recap, it is because all of these instruments have low correlation to each other. So when one loses, it doesn't mean all of your positions will lose. So just say you have 4 different asset classes and you trade it through 4 major time frames: weekly, monthly, and quarterly. You're putting your eggs in 16 different baskets already. So in a sense, you have 16 different sources of income. When gold loses, your oil position, you may be gaining, vice versa. So to recap, trading can be dangerous, but you can spread out your risk with various strategies by trading different asset classes and different time expirations. Now, back to what is actually being dangerous. I talked about how having one job is very dangerous. That's literally betting everything in one trade. It's like having all your eggs in one basket. If you get laid off or you lost your job for whatever reason, or you got fired, you're in big trouble. Now with trading, that's something you can do anywhere in the world as long as you have internet access. I often trade when I go travel. I often trade while I'm traveling because I love it so much. And a lot of the times, you just need your phone to be trading. I sometimes travel months at a time with my family, and I'm able to manage my positions on my phone. You don't even need a computer these days. Tasty Trade and IBKR, interactive brokers, have a very stable and mature app that you can use on your phone. Not only it's an extra source of income, but it allows you to take time away from your work and still make money. We don't want to be relying on one thing for our income. We know that concept in trading, but we're not applying that to our main source of income. For a lot of us is our jobs. So in conclusion, I really urge you guys to learn how to trade properly because it can really reduce your financial stress and improve your financial stability, especially when you lose your job or you get laid off, which can happen anytime. I hope you guys will get started today and start learning as much as you can because trading does take time. It's not a few months, it's probably a couple years to get to a mature level where you can be stable in trading. It took me a couple of years. Once you get into the life of trading, I'm sure you will never regret it. Trade small, trade safe.